Okay, so welcome to the first tutorial which will help you to create your own album cover. What I want you to do is to be able to create your own album cover similar to something like this that I created myself. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is open up GIMP and then go to File, Open as Layers, and then you navigate to your Downloads area, the area that you have saved your background image and your foreground image into. Okay, so there's my foreground image, and I also need to locate my background image that I'm going to use. I put my finger on Control, I can then select both images and click Open. Okay, so there they are. You can see both of those in my layers area on the right hand side. First things first, I'm going to save this to my network area. Keep things tidy. And I'm going to give it a name, Marcy Album Cover 1. Okay, next thing we need to do is over on the right hand side here is right click on the first image and add alpha channel, and do the same for the other image. Keep things tidy as well. I'm going to just give these names, so that will be my foreground, hit enter, double click again on that background and hit enter. Okay, I'm just going to turn the eye off here of my background, so I just want to work on this image at the moment. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go to View and zoom to 400. Make this a bit bigger as well. What I need to do is cut out the image. So the tool I'm going to use on the left hand side here is the Path tool. Click on that and drop an anchor bottom left hand side, and then move straight up. At the beginning of this image it's quite simple, just doing straight lines, but eventually it will get more tricky. Your image may be the same. It's worth spending a little bit of time on this to try and be as precise as possible, because the resulting image at the end will look a lot better. So as you go through, it might require a lot of little smaller clicks to get as much of the image cropped as possible. I'm going to come back to you in a second. Just pause the video and come back to you in a second. Okay, so I'm right at the end of using the Path tool here, and I just need to form that kind of circle, if you like, around my image. And what I need to do is drop an anchor here to my starting position, and if you notice, as I hover over this starting position, the arrow next to the pointer, not the arrow, the cross next to the pointer, goes to a larger shape, so that means I know I'm in the right area. So click that there. I'm then going to move my image to, my view to back to 100%. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is go to Select from Path, select again, Invert. If I click on this area, click on Edit and Cut. Okay, so just to confirm, that was select from path and then select again, invert, and then right click, edit and cut. That should cut off the background. If at any point you think you've gone wrong, the way to undo is either clicking edit and undo. It'll take you through the last thing that you did, or you can go to the history part over on the right hand side here, and you can scroll up and down or undo and redo to whatever point you like. Okay, so the next thing we need to do now is on the right hand side here, click on this button here, it's the layers dialog, and if we select both of the layers, you'll see now the image goes on top of our background layer. Next thing I need to do is go to select none and then go to the move tool. I need to move this into the right position on my background. I want to move it, oops, I've got all of the background there, so I'm just going to select that again and put it on the bottom left hand side of the image. I'm going to scale that down slightly as well, so using the scaling tool over here, and select the image, just make it a little bit smaller, and then click on scale, and that looks a little bit better. Okay, I'm just going to give that a little save. And that's it for this particular part of the tutorial.